Hello, this is Lacquerography, and welcome to Handmade Creations for August 2023. I'll save all the good details about Handmade Creations till the end, but let's dive right in. Grab yourself a drink to my wish list, which this month has 16 polishes on it. That's right. I can't buy all of these, but I have 16 polishes on the wish list. So let's go. The first polish up is by 1422 Designs, Quiet Morning. So this first polish on my wish list by 1422 Designs, Quiet Morning, it's a capped pre-order, which means that there are only 100 bottles of this polish that are being produced. And then once 100 bottles are sold, it's considered sold out. This is the type of polish I've been buying quite a bit in the last year. These sort of off-whites with shimmer, in this case hollow. I've been wearing them all year round, 4 seasons. I wear them a lot, and I have several at this point. So I love it. I know I'd use it, but I have to really think hard about how this one compares with the other offerings that I already have in my collection, and also the ones that are on the way too. So 1422 Designs brings us Quiet Morning, which is a pale gray crelly with bright pink, orange, green shifting shimmer and holographic flakes. All these things tell me I will love it. My problem is I just don't know if I really need it compared with other offerings that I already have in my collection. But this is beautiful. I enjoy 1422 Designs a lot. So it is on my wish list, and I need to think hard about this one. The next polish on my wish list is by Alchemy Lacquers, and this shimmer caught my eye. It's called Smuggler's Moon. So yeah, I mean, this shimmer and the base, I mean, it looks like just such a beautiful, flawless polish. What I'll do is I'll jump into the description here. I won't read the entire thing, but it's basically, it's an offering by Alchemy Lacquers, and it's called Smuggler's Moon. It's a capped pre-order, and jumping down here to the cap, there are only 100 bottles of this polish being offered this month, and then it's considered sold out. So it's continuing the series inspired by Star Wars travel posters with Smuggler's Moon. Smuggler's Moon is a mauvey lilac crelly nail lacquer with a cyan, blue-purple, blue shifting shimmer. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What else can I say? It is really appealing to me. I've been loving this blue glowing shimmer lately, and I really don't think that I have anything quite like this with this combination of base and shimmer. I'm really liking the look of this one quite a bit. Alchemy Lacquers, Smuggler's Moon. The next one on my wish list, I was actually keeping an eye out for this one. I've decided to follow this maker's offerings throughout this series. This next offering is by BCB Lacquers. Even miracles take a little time, and it's another capped pre-order. The reason why I'm keeping an eye on this one is I know that they're doing a series that started last month on Grimm's Fairy Tales. So although this is a polish, and I knew I was going to keep an eye on this maker's offering this month because I'm interested in their series, I do wonder a little bit how much I'm going to love this on my skin tone. I'm not quite sure. There's something about it that's, I don't know, not quite there for me. But let's take a look at the description. So BCB Lacquers continues the series inspired by Grimm's Fairy Tales with Even Miracles Take a Little Time, which is a light blue base with a strong pink, gold, orange, green shifting shimmer and a dusting of silver reflective glitter inspired by Cinderella. And there's only 200 bottles of these available. Actually, that's interesting to me. Cinderella, this is to me a very Cinderella color. That fits for me. And I'm also really interested in the fact that there is silver reflective glitter in here. I am a fan of reflective glitter. I like the way it picks up a little bit extra sparkle in any kind of lighting. So that's actually a draw for me. I do question a little bit how this one might look on my skin tone, the light blue base, but I know I enjoy this maker quite a bit, and I loved the first offering from the Grimm's Fairy Tales series, so I am seriously considering this one too. BCB Lacquers, Even Miracles Take a Little Time. The next one on my wish list is Bee's Knees Lacquer, right over here. great orange color here. A legend has begun. And right away, orange, one of my favorite colors. I don't own too many orange polishes, so this one's appealing right away. Yeah, this just looks like such a gorgeous straight up shimmer polish in orange. I love orange. It's one of my two favorite colors in life. And in terms of polishes, I don't actually have that many. My polish collection is still growing in the orange department, or I hope it's still growing anyway. So this was Bee's Knees Lacquer's A Legend Has Begun. So Bee's Knees Lacquer continues the series inspired by Ice Nine Kills with A Legend Has Begun, which is a persimmon orange. Oh, lovely. It's a great description, which is a persimmon orange with glowy gold to green shimmer. Yeah, this is just a really beautiful looking polish. I think it's a great color. I'm very attracted to that. The fact that it's just a shimmer, it's not complicated in that way. Easy to remove. It should be easy to remove. Yeah, this one is appealing to me for all the fall reasons and more. I love the color orange too. So Bee's Knees Lacquer, A Legend Has Begun. This next one on my wish list seems to have just all the fall vibes. So this one is Colores de Carol, Barney Copter. The multi-chrome look to this one, the hollow, this is quite beautiful. And I mean, now it's August, but by the time these pre-order polishes make our way to us, it will be September probably, and just perfect time to start wearing a polish like this one if you're a seasonal polish wearer. Colores de Carol continues the series inspired by the Flintstones with Barney Copter, which is a shimmery multi-chrome base with gold microflakes and holographic flakies. Oh, 120 bottles only. That's a bit of a small cap on that one there. So if you want that one, you might have to buy early. This really is a pretty polish. And actually the fact that there's gold microflakies, I enjoy gold flakes a lot these days. And for me, that's an appealing thing. Again, just adding to that ultimate fall vibe of this polish. This one looks really quite beautiful. And actually, Colores de Carol, I do own a few polishes, but I'd love to own more. It's a brand that I've been really impressed with over the last, I guess, year and a half that I've been following indie polish. So, Barney Copter. It's a beautiful offering. Now, this next one on my wish list by Dom Nail Polish, Nothing Good Ever Happens After Dark, their Hellaween polish offering. This one, I mean, I thought it was interesting. I like grays. It's the description that did it for me. So, Dom Nail Polish brings us Nothing Good Happens After Dark, which is a gray crelly with black flakes and assorted yellow glitters, inspired by a night scene with a frightened black cat and flying bats. And can I tell you, the moment I read that for the first time, every image that I've ever seen in the movies and cartoons growing up for Halloween movies, spooky scenes of these just swarms of bats flying towards a full moon. I mean, against a night sky too. Like, it just, as soon as I read that, I thought, oh my goodness, like what a perfect interpretation of that inspiration. So listen, kudos to Dom Nail Polish on this one. Now, that being said, if I'm taking a really critical look at this polish for me, and I'm thinking, how much am I really going to use it, especially at a time when I need to limit my purchasing, I see myself absolutely making use of this one Halloween after Halloween after Halloween. I'm a teacher. Halloween's great in my books. So I can see that. But then I look at the longevity of a polish like this year round, and I'm not quite sure how often I would go to it other than at Halloween time. So it is something I'm going to have to think about. I do love gray polishes. So that's a great thing. And this actually looks like a really lovely gray. But I do have to think a little bit about how often I think I might use this. It is a great looking polish, though. It's really quite nice. But just I've got to think about the versatility of this polish in other aspects of my life rather than just for Halloween. But so cool. And what an outstanding execution of the of the inspiration. Way to go, Dom Nail Polish, with Nothing Good Ever Happens After Dark. Now, this next polish on my wish list, I think, is absolutely mesmerizing and stunning. Um, and I hope I'm saying this right, Elbe nail polish. The offering is called Crab Nebula. Elbe nail polish is newer to me. Elbe nail polish continues the Constellation series with Crab Nebula, which is a blue magnetic polish with orange, blue, and green iridescent flakes and aurora. Only 100 bottles of these available. This is beautiful. Now, the one thing I worry about for me, though, is I have a few magnetic nail polishes, and I haven't been using the ones that I have really enough. I almost feel like I should be using those ones first before I add to my collection. Uh, but wow, this one is beautiful. And you know what? Maybe this could just be that one to entice me to get back into using magnetic nail polishes. I don't know what it is. I mean, just that one extra step of magnetizing each nail. I mean, it's beautiful. The outcome is gorgeous. And this polish is so galaxy and outer space, and I think they've done a great job as well in interpreting their inspiration. And so I just have to think a little bit about using it. And the other thing that I'd like to do is maybe take a look for some swatching videos available on social media, just to see if there's any images of this polish being worn unmagnetized as well, to see how versatile it might be that way. This image here, it's hard to say if that's unmagnetized or maybe just a different magnetization technique as opposed to doing a line or something visible on top. Anyway, it is beautiful. It's beautiful. Again, great execution of the inspiration for this one. Now, this next one up, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. This is one of my favorite colors, green and orange, my two favorite colors in life. Right away, I love it because it's green and it's interesting looking, but I've just purchased a lot of green polishes in the last few weeks. So that being said, here's the gorgeous Hearts and Promises Merida. So Hearts and Promises Merida. Oh, I hope you can feel the pain in my voice on this one. It's beautiful. I have been especially drawn to greens with a bit of a contrasting, warmer shimmer to it. And this one for me, I'm thinking, I love it. I love it. And I know, though, that I've just bought a couple of greens, again with warmer shimmers, recently. So I'm going to have to take a look back at some images. I haven't received these new polishes yet either. They're in the mail or being made. I'll have to take a good look at what color profile they have compared with this one. I don't know that I really need this one, but it is gorgeous. So Hearts and Promises continues the series inspired by princesses with Merida, which is a dark hunter green linear hollow with orange gold shifting shimmer. And there's 300 bottles of this one available. That's so interesting. A linear hollow. I don't know that any of the ones that I've purchased lately also have a, like, not just that warmer shimmer, but like a linear hollow to add those rainbows, the extra shine and sparkle. Oh, the pain in my voice. if only I had done better in July not to purchase more than I intended. I mean, this one's beautiful. This one could still, if it's high enough on my wish list this season, it could end up coming home with me. I love the depth of this green, the warmer shimmer, the linear hollow is something unique for me in my collection, I think. Beautiful offering here by Hearts and Promises Merida, and so great with fall approaching. Now, the next one on my wish list is by MJ Lacquer, Get Ready. And this one really jumped out at me when I was scrolling through the website. So this one, oh my goodness, only 80 bottles available. That's so if I want to purchase this one, I will have to purchase early on August the 14th. So MJ Lacquer continues the series inspired by The Temptations with Get Ready, which is an orange jelly with gold metallic and color shifting iridescent flakes, highlighted with aurora shimmer and is inspired by the 1966 hit titled Get Ready, written by Smokey Robinson. Great inspiration there. Oh, the fact that this is an orange jelly with gold metallic and color shifting iridescent flakes. I've been having a moment with flakies lately as well. And the fact that this is a flaky orange, very tempted by this one, and gold metallic flakes as well. Um, Actually, really interesting considering it's a jelly polish. Just the different looks probably you can get by layering different number of coats of this polish. I mean, here I'm seeing a little bit more of the flakes, and it's a deeper shade of orange. So my guess, I'm not really sure, but my guess might be there might be a few more coats applied here, as opposed to maybe this one that has, to my eye, maybe a little bit more of a yellowy look, less depth to the orange. Really quite beautiful. Again, one of my favorite colors. I love flakies. Fall is coming. I'm not necessarily a seasonal polish wearer, but I also kind of am. I find it, I don't know, I'm drawn to things at different seasons. This one's beautiful. Now, this next one on my wish list is another maker that I was keeping an eye out for. It's a series that I've been following for quite a few months. So this one is on offer from Music City Beauty, and it's called Tiger's Eye. And Music City Beauty continues the series inspired by gemstones with Tiger's Eye, which is a chocolate brown base with gold flakies and bronze reflective glitter. Ah, that's interesting. I didn't necessarily see the bronze reflective glitter in this swatch photo, but that appeals to me. So what a great offering. For me, thinking ahead to fall, I mean, it's August now, but by the time this polish arrives, it will be fall. I mean, this kind of color I would make immediate and frequent use of. So this chocolate brown base, gold flakies. Again, I love gold flakies, and how beautiful do they look there against the chocolate brown base. But also the addition of the bronze reflective glitter. I really don't know that I have any brown polishes that also have that reflective glitter component. I'm kind of intrigued by that. I think that could be really beautiful. So here's an image of this one. Oh, there's actually it from this photo with flash on. It looks like there's quite a bit of the bronze reflective glitter as well. So I think that could be a really interesting look. I mean, I have a lot of beautiful colors that have reflective glitter, but no brown to my recollection at all. So this would be quite unique to my collection. It's already a mini collection that I've been following, also from this maker, Music City Beauty. And this one is sounding better and better the more the deeper into these swatch photos I look. This reflective brown. I'm in. Well, this polish is beautiful, and now that I look at the name, I don't know that I really needed to see the name. I probably could have guessed. It's an offering from Nailed It called Trick or Treat, and yes, to me, it has all those gorgeous fall Hellaween vibes, all kinds of flakes. That looks just about like Hellaween perfection there. Nailed It continues the series inspired by Pokemon with Trick or Treat, which is a tangerine base with a mix of gold green, copper gold, and red green crystal flakies, and a touch of black micro flakies. There's 300 bottles of this polish that will be available. Again, this one has all those great fall vibes, definitely Hellaween. I love that it's called Trick or Treat, but I mean, not just Hellaween, but definitely fall vibes to me as well. I mean, to me, it looks like piles of fallen leaves with those flakies and crystal flakies. It's making me think it's probably got quite a shine to it as well. Yeah, it looks really interesting when that slightly different lighting. It's an outdoor shot. Yeah, pretty. That's a really interesting one. That is quite beautiful. And there's orange again. I've got quite a few oranges on my list this month. I don't know that I can necessarily purchase them all, or I might have an all orange collection from this August offering. But Nailed It's Trick or Treat is certainly beautiful and on the list. Now, this polish has been sort of the sleeper for me of this month. So, this offering is Night Owl Lacquer's Alert the Corgis. For me, the complexity of this polish is really quite something. I don't know what it was at first. It didn't quite catch my eye at first. And now, like, just that grayed out base and those flakies, I find it quite elegant and beautiful and original and glowy. And so here's the description before I get too excited about the look of it. Night Owl Lacquer continues the series inspired by Gilmore Girls with Alert the Corgis, which is a grayed dark violet filled with rainbow shifting crystal chameleon flakes and holographic flecks. Oh, so there's extra sparkle in there as well with holographic flecks. Honestly, every time I look at this polish, I think what it was initially just scrolling through the thumbnails on the main landing page. You know, you see it, but you don't see all the details. The more I come back to this one and look at the additional swatch photos that have come available in the last week, like, I mean, this is just, it's kind of mesmerizing. I find it beautiful and elegant. And I mean, it's sparkly and iridescent. Like but yet it's grayed out. Like I find that grayed out base is so interesting. Like to me, I really don't think I have anything like this one. It has really crept up on me, and I think it's slowly making its way to the very top of my wish list this month. Yeah, a few days to go yet before shopping opens, but this one is creating some kind of magic for me. This next one on my wish list is an offering by Red Eyed Lacquer, Glad to Be Here. This is another maker that I was looking out for this month. This is a series that I've been watching out for. I have quite a few in this series already. So the series that's being continued this month is Birth Month Flowers. And this offering is Glad to Be Here, which is a deepened red with scattered hollow and is inspired by the Black Star Gladiolus. And there's 200 bottles of this one to go around. So yeah, this one, it's a beautiful color. The depth of that red is quite elegant, I think, and the scattered hollow as well to give a little extra sparkle. It would catch the light. It's interesting. At first, this series, I don't know, it's just interesting to me. It started back in the spring, to the best of my knowledge, and I've purchased several in the series already. So I have that. Um, I don't know, there's that draw for me to continue purchasing from the series as well. And I've enjoyed learning a little bit about the birth month flowers as the months have gone on as well. And this one is not a flower that I was familiar with. And to my knowledge, I don't know that anybody in my family um, has a birth month represented by this flower either. But yeah, this is a really beautiful offering. I'll have to check my collection to see if I have any reds that are similar to this one. Red is not a color that I wear very often, but I'm seeing more and more that I really enjoy wearing red polishes. I didn't think I did maybe, but I'm starting to find this newfound love for red polishes. Um, so yeah, I'll see how this stands up in my collection already. But yeah, I've been really impressed with this series, and this maker makes gorgeous, gorgeous polishes, and this is no exception. So, Red Eyed Lacquer, glad to be here. I'm glad it's here too. So, Rogue Lacquer Enchantress. This is another maker that I was going to keep an eye out for. I have purchased many in this Beauty and the Beast series, and this one, again, looks like a really unique offering. Um, I don't think I have anything like this in my collection at all. So, Rogue Lacquer continues the series inspired by Beauty and the Beast with Enchantress, which is a grass green Crelly base with purple, green, and blue glass flake and metallic black flakes. Enchantress is inspired by the stained glass image of the Enchantress who put the beast and his castle under the spell. And there's only 300 bottles of this one available. That green, the glass flake, the black flakies, that's a combination that I don't think I have at all in my collection. Again, it's green. I have been attracted to greens lately, and I have purchased quite a few in the last little bit. This also isn't my first green on this wish list. So I have some battles going on in some color families on this wish list. Greens, oranges, blue shimmers is another one. I think there's some more blue shimmers coming up. So Rogue Lacquer, Enchantress. The next one up on my wish list is Sassy Sauce, Heart and Soul. So I had heard a little bit somewhere, I don't really remember where I first heard about it, about this new series that Sassy Sauce Polish was starting. And it's another favorite of mine. It's a series on inspired by shoes. So this one fascinates me. I can't wait to see how the inspiration of shoes manifests in nail polishes. So Sassy Sauce begins a new series inspired by shoes with heart and soul, which is a smoky indigo base with a green, blue, purple shimmer and similar shifting ghost flakies, named by Mary Sandberg. So only 200 of these polishes available. This again, it's a really beautiful blue shimmer, and there's something about those blue shimmers. I don't know why it's that kind of shimmer in particular in any base. It's calling to me, and I find it kind of fascinating that these are inspired by shoes. I'd love to see actually an image. I'm not sure if it's in here in the swatch pictures. No, it's not. I'm curious to see like an image of what the inspiration was for this polish. This one looks a little different here. Yes. Wow, it's so shimmery, like that smoky indigo base. It does look quite a bit deeper in contrast with the lighter flakes and the lighter shimmer. It's very glowy and beautiful. It's having that look to me like it might be a little bit buildable, which for me is appealing because I do like a sheer wash of color at times. But I do also like having that option of layering it up even to 3 coats to make a polish more opaque. Yeah, this one's very shifty, shimmery, that blue shimmer. Inspiration is shoes, Sassy Sauce, Heart and Soul. This one is very, very intriguing to me. Zombie Claw Mistress of Disguise. Capped pre-order, only 100 bottles available. Zombie Claw continues the series inspired by the Powder Puff Girls with Mistress of Disguise, which is a cornflower blue base with multichrome pigment that shifts red, blue, black, purple, inspired by Sedusa. This swatch is really quite beautiful and shimmery. Yeah, I can really see the shifts between the red to blue to black. Here, it's a multi-chrome pigment that's always appealing as the weather turns cooler for me, especially in these darker colors. This one's a little bit of a different look at it, a little bit more of the red aspect of the multi-chrome showing there. Yeah, multi-chrome polishes are so much fun in the way they capture the light differently. So that is it. Thank goodness that's it, because I don't know how I'm going to get 16 now items from my wish list down to hopefully no more than 4 by the time I check out. The makers are just, it seems like they're getting better and better, and I'm so inspired by their creations. And that's only polishes too. I didn't even look really at the non-polish items because I'm trying to stay focused and limited, but amazing offerings. So Hella Handmade Creations is open this month on August 14th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time and runs until August 21st, 2023. Closing at 11:59 Hawaii time. Now that start time is actually especially important for Hella Handmade Creations because of the other offerings they have on this website. So not only do they have the August 2023 monthly releases, but there's also overstock offerings. And I didn't even look at the overstock offerings this month because there were too many in the regular collection that were appealing to me. So the overstock offerings, how they work is that usually very, very small sort of overpour quantities of items, sometimes only 5 or less, sometimes more though, but they're made available when the shop opens. There already are some items available now. These are items that came up for sale on previous month's Hella Handmade Creations opening. So these items remain in the shop and active, even outside of the regular shopping, like the pre-order window. So you can purchase those now. So this one's an older item. These ones that are listed here as currently unavailable, they are new overstock items that are coming available starting at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time on August the 14th. And sometimes they sell out in seconds. So that's an interesting feature of this, and why it's sometimes important to set that alarm so you don't miss some of these very limited offerings. And there are plenty of them this month. In fact, in Overstock, there's 116 products that are going to be offered. Some of them are open now if they're older items, but some of them are going to be initially offered on August the 14th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. One more interesting feature about Hella Handmade Creations starting this month, and it's going to continue on, I think, every month as far as I understand, is the addition of this new Encore listing. And how that one works is that there are 5 items on offer. It's 5 different makers, and they've been invited. They're being invited in alphabetical order. So they've been invited to bring back a polish from the past to have on offer again this month. So that's it for my Hella Handmade Creations wish list video. I'm wondering, are you planning on shopping HHC this month? What items are catching your eye? Are you taking advantage of some of the other offerings, including the Encore offerings, the Hellaween polishes, or in the Overstock? Let me know what you're thinking of getting. What are your thoughts on my list? Can you help me narrow it down? You can help me narrow down my my love for oranges and greens as well, and blue shimmers. I definitely have a style, and it's continuing, and it's a problem. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this type of content, please feel free to like, comment, and join in the conversation, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.